All right, season 2.
Season 2. We're back.
Kinda.
To nobody's request, we have returned. Actually, my D&D group has been like hounding me to get back back in the saddle and like start doing this again.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, guys.
It started as a joke, but then they're like, no, really, we kind of want to like see you do more stuff.
Well, I mean, we do like amazingly enough for two guys who like literally just goof around with paint. We have a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain style.
Yes. What they French call I don't know what.
I don't know what. So today's episode is literally about not painting.
Yep.
Like, if you don't pick up a brush, you don't find a piece of paper or something you need to paint, and you don't actively try, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing. Like,
yeah, you have to do the thing for the thing to get dude.
Yep. And I don't understand how people just can't. And like I love painting. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I love painting. I think it's great. And I think painting gives people an outlet that they wouldn't normally have. You know?
Absolutely.
And because of that, it's like when Mother Nature hits you, like Ida.
When Mother Nature comes at you with its pants around its ankles.
I think we were the ones who had the pants around the ankles, but
Yeah, wait, yeah, reverse that. When you got your pants around the ankles, and life and Mother Nature come at you, you gotta brace up.
You gotta just breathe
That's
deep and
what
relax.
we've been doing.
But and then life things
Yeah.
happen. It's like, wow, that thing is loud.
Mm-hmm. Need to take it?
I mean,
We're shooting live, as always, kids.
New message playback. 1. New message.
we got a new message.
Order. Press 1 forward. Press 2 to authorize this order.
So yeah, there's that. Apparently, we had an order that I don't remember us having. But yeah, I've had a lot of things going on with my woodworking, my metalworking, and my painting. When we're ready to announce it, we'll probably do it here.
Yep.
But I've had a lot of
Things
that
are
going
brewing.
on. Oh yeah, and trust me, I have been painting. I just haven't been painting miniatures, and that's because what I'm painting can't really involve miniatures at the moment.
Right.
So what have you been up to outside of, like, I know you had, when Ida hit, there was like aminals involved.
Yeah, there was a 9-day stretch where I lived at the zoo, full time, 24/7, because because the city was empty. So for those who don't know, New Orleans was hit by a Category 4.9 hurricane back in September. I rode out with my coworkers at the zoo, and we were unable to leave for a week and a half. And it took a mental toll on everyone.
Yeah, they almost went Aboriginal from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't you craft a didgeridoo? You
I
know?
thought about it.
You know,
Lots of staring into the void.
yeah,
At one point, the void blinked.
which is a good sign, right?
Yeah, that's a good sign.
means you've won.
But the aftermath of that is wanton destruction of many things and zero mental wherewithal to pick up a brush. Until about last week, actually, I finally got some paint onto a miniature, and I was very pleased with myself.
I think I think it's funny is, like, after all of that, like when life just hits you super hard,
Mm-hmm.
like you're just like and for me, like, painting is a type of self-care. Like,
Yeah.
me going and creating and making stuff is self-care for me.
When I got done painting for that hour or so, that it was like one of the Marvel Crisis Protocol cars. Just nothing even complicated, just paint this whole car black. And I did. And afterwards I was like, oh, that felt good. It
See,
was just being able to turn off a part of your brain and just do things.
See, I'm surprised that you were just happy painting it black. Like, I'm surprised you
Oh, that
didn't
was
sit
just
there
a
and
base
go,
coat.
oh.
Yeah, that was just a
okay.
base coat.
Okay. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think just painting something black would be enough. I'm pretty sure your brain went,
Oh,
no.
it's the Deadpool taco truck. So
Oh.
it starts off black.
I want that so bad. I don't even play the game, and I want it. I just
know.
want
It's-
it to happen.
It's going to be in the background of my.
It's
Zoom
worth it
calls.
though.
Oh, yeah.
It worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. But like COVID's still going strong, and then I catch wind that apparently a variant of COVID bonded and replicated with the flu virus.
Yep.
So that's no bueno.
Nope.
And then we got Omicron running around. We've got like 500,000 or 1 million more fucking new sick patients.
I think we're now more hospitalizations than we had at the beginning.
Yeah. And that's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
and all those things affect you in weird, adverse ways. I mean, I know people who don't know anybody currently that's being affected by COVID, but they hear all these numbers, and those numbers are just overwhelming, you know. And so in the whole bit of you got to pick up the brush, and you've got to do is, yes, life is going to get overwhelming at times. It's how you, like, if you use painting as a therapy to, one success, like I tell my wife this, and I try to do this too, is when I wake up in the morning, I try to have successes. I try, like, get up and do my hair. Like right now, my hair is doing its own little thing because, I'm growing my hair long for some stupid reason. You've inspired me. And my beard's inspired you, I see. So,
Oh, this is still a short beard for me. I've had it down to here before.
well, we'll get back there.
Yeah, we'll get
Beard
there.
is Zeus. And so I try to have successes. So I get up and I do my hair. I take care of my beard. That's my first success for the day. And then I'll make a cup of coffee, and that's my second success of the day. And then I will, that usually gets me going to get into work and do a woodwork project or do a metalwork project or do a painting project. And I try to carry those successes.
That's a good way to look at it. Just each little thing that you do is a success for that thing.
Yeah, and because
And that's a good way to build momentum. So
it is, and the reason I like doing that is if you sit there and go, "Oh, time to hit the grindstone," you literally kill yourself. You kill your motivation.
you will work yourself into the hospital.
It's like, oh, gotta go do a thing, and those people is like, well, I gotta get up and go to work. Like
I was one of those people for a while.
like legitimately, those people do not want to be there.
Nope.
And so I use successes because I truly enjoy the woodworking and metalworking aspect of the things I do, and I absolutely love the painting aspect of the things I do. And there's times where life just gets a hold of me and just kind of like, you know what? No. And I will admit, there's days where I was just like, I'm not going to paint, I'm not going to do any woodworking, I'm not going out to the shop at all. I'm just going to sit and research something.
Yep.
I try to make myself productive. I really do. So when I'm not actively doing something, I research something.
Right.
Gain a
If anything,
skill.
you're getting something through osmosis.
Something. But I can't. I'm in that weird position in my life where I can't let those things just get to me. I can't just sit there and be like, oh well, I'm not going to do anything today. And it's like, So.
But I should.
Right. So my way of motivating myself is mostly, I'm going to do this thing, and we're going to see how it works out. How do you handle that? How do you handle the oh God, life just hit me in the face type stuff?
Typically, my workday is so busy that I don't have a chance to really think about it.
Fair.
Or I will just compare it to where I was last year and say, you know what? If anything, I'm in a better place today than I was last year.
That's a good way to do
Use
it.
that as a success and go build off of that. Or I'll just put on like,
So essentially, we do the same thing.
yeah,
We just look at the successes. We don't look at life at the moment just kicking us in the teeth.
right.
So yeah, That's the best part about it is if you can find a way to motivate yourself and look at things as either a success or look at a growth.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up one day and I'm sitting there painting and I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. I started practicing a little wet blending like
nice.
do. I was like, Chris makes that look really, really cool. What can I do to make to do that? And I've started implementing that. And that's fun for me. It's because you showed me this technique quite a few times, like more than once.
That I didn't know I know how to do.
And
like, oh, that's what wet blending is? I just do that.
Yeah, it's just like, And oddly enough, it's one of those things where, I'm still not good at it, but I've developed more technique to it. And that's important.
Yeah.
You got to be able to develop those techniques and getting that gradient. I've been working on this for a buddy of mine. There's a lot of dry brush work in that. There's a lot of, blending into grays. Like you can see where I took some of the grays, like it was, and like the teeth are awesome. I'm sorry. The teeth are just,
oh yeah.
I'm going to show you guys cause it's worth it. But the teeth on this guy are just phenomenal. I don't think it's going to focus because there's too much motion going on, but I still paint and I still like work on it and it's still fun, but life gets you down. Like there's a couple friends I knew that lost people to like genuinely bad humans. There's people that I know that have that that's making it hard for them to just keep doing something that they enjoy because they just feel genuinely bad about it. Yeah. There's a couple people I know that have lost family and friends to COVID, like the newer variants. Like they're like they had their they had all this going on and here they are. It's like holy shit, and that's pretty, get you down on life. And I keep telling them, I'm like, well, at some point when you're ready, find something you enjoy to do and just do it.
Yeah.
Just take 2-3 days and just do something you enjoy.
A good way to like get back into it, and copyright infringement, I'm sure, but go buy a little $10 Lego set and just build it.
Yeah.
Go back to do something that you loved as a child, invest $5 or whatever it costs, and just lose yourself for those 15-20 minutes it takes, and just go from there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's another thing that's super cathartic for me is just like, let me do it on. Just building a little.
For a minute, I thought you were doing Itsy Bitsy Spider, but okay. Oh,
Depends on the
I
day.
was just informed that there is a Queer Eye Lego set.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I'm like, I'm buying it. And she looks at me, she's like, what? I'm like, I'm buying that and I'm building it. And she goes, what?
The TV show sets are amazing.
Oh.
Because it's like an actual, shameless plug for Lego, it's like an actual like studio set. So above it they have like the lighting, like gimbals and everything. Yeah.
That's Lego, come on now. And have you seen this stuff? I want to get like the Lego Star Wars stuff, like the Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer, the Death Star. And then I looked at the price and I'm like, no.
I mean,
if I'm an actor, if I ever become an actor or something, or I have like hundreds of thousands of dollars that I can just blow for no reason, yeah, I will have that.
Yeah.
But no.
No, I got bills to pay. I'll get it for the kid.
Oh hell no! I wouldn't even justify the expense for that. My kids don't like Star Wars enough.
Where did you go wrong?
Actually, I will tell you about some of that later because it's kind of a family.
Got it.
Yeah. But no, my kids don't like Star Wars enough to justify that. Like my wife would know I got it for me.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I got this really cool thing for the kids, so we can all put it together. And I have one kid, like one, who really likes Legos. But they don't like Star Wars enough for me to justify this.
Fair.
Like I could get her a dragon little bit, like a little Dragon Island Lego set, and she would know that's for her.
Yeah.
And my wife would be like, "Oh, that's sweet, you got that." Oh. And it's like, yeah, I got it for. But if I were to sit there and try to get like a Star Wars set, it's like, oh, I got this. Yeah, my wife would be like, you are a lying sack of shit right now. I could tell you're lying, and she would know too, like flat out. Like your wife would do the same thing. It's like, oh, I got this for Owen. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Your wife is like mine. She keeps you honest.
Yeah.
Like I've had a couple accidents in the shop where I walked in the house bleeding. Like stupid mistakes that I should never have made.
Right.
Whole rookie mistakes.
Yeah,
like
that's how they get you.
And
Get complacent.
I tell my wife, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this. And she'll go, that's nice, honey, but just remember, you're you. Like I have this really grand idea, but my wife has to kind of gently put me in my place. You know, I actually got that from a comedian. I don't remember which one. I think it was like Christopher Titus. Yeah, it's because my wife does that. She's like, that's great, honey. You do that. Just remember, you're you. And it just kind of like slaps me in the face. Yeah, I'm an idiot and I'm going to hurt myself.
Yep.
And then invariably I do. Like, I can sit there and be as safe as I want to be. And next thing you know, I've got a cut or I've got a bruise or a burn mark or something like that. Or I've ruined a shirt. Actually, I've never thrown out my back working. Never once. I've broken a rib.
Oh.
I've broken a rib.
Oh, that's...
I've broken a rib at work because I slipped on a freaking pallet. Like it was one of those plastic ones. Came out right from under me, and there was a box, like a rigid box, and I just hit that while I was trying to protect my head for the fall, and it just, and I felt the pop, I felt the snap, and that instant can't breathe. That thing hit me like a truck. But I have never thrown out my back.
You are so lucky.
Oh no, I lift with my legs, bro.
Oh, I have too.
I've never. Although if you look at the size between the two of us, like if you were to see us like standing side by side, I'm a significantly bigger guy. I am a fat white kid. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fat white kid. But I know to lift with my legs and keep my back straight. And
well, the first time was not my fault.
Lift with your neck.
I lifted a box that was labeled cat toys when I was working at a pet store, and it was full of aquarium sand.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
That's what we call gross mislabeling.
And I picked it up, set it right back down, turned my head up to look at my boss because I could not go back up vertical. And I was like, I'm going to take the rest of the day off, Mike. It was like, you just threw your back out. Yep. Yep. You do that. You call workman's comp in the morning and we'll get this squared away.
I've never used workman's comp.
I have. Only on things that were like clearly like unavoidable on my end. Like, or doing something according to the work, according to my job, that resulted in an injury. Like when I was parking cars at a hotel, we always had to run everywhere. Uphill, downhill, doesn't matter, rain or shine, slippery conditions, we were supposed to run. And one day I was running through the back parking lot and slipped, stepped on a rock, rolled my ankle, and was like, I'm taking
Please
the day
tell me you did the
Almost. I caught myself.
That would have been awesome.
I caught myself, slammed into the car that I was supposed to pick up, and my my coworker was there with me because he was going to the car next to it, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Nope." By the end of that shift, my ankle was like, yeah, it was enormous.
No,
then I got chewed out by my boss. Like, and Chris took workman's comp. I've never had somebody on workman's comp. I'm like,
well, first time for everything.
Well, in 2 weeks, you're going to get a fun little letter from me.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks after that, I won't be your problem anymore.
Oh, no. Here's the reason why I never used workman's comp for anything. And it's straight up. I was raised to basically, if I got hurt doing something, I did something wrong. And my grandfather was always that, oh, you burned yourself because you dumbass put your hand on a hot forge. Well, you know what? Wrap it up.
Well, yeah, that's one thing.
Oh, you hit your finger while you were trying to work on this. Well, that's your fault. You gotta keep your eye on things.
Yeah.
So that kind of translated into if I hurt myself at work, it's my fault.
Oh no, I'm like, if I'm following all of my own safety guidelines and then somebody tells me to do something outside of my own personal ones, I will say, look, I think this is a bad idea, and I'll do it. And then you'll have the paperwork to deal with afterwards.
Yeah, I almost got fired from a job because, like, if I hurt myself, that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll own it when I hurt myself. Like, it's like I did something stupid, I hurt myself. But when other people do something and it gets me hurt, that's where I have a problem.
Yeah.
That's where and I don't bother with workman's comp. I just yell at the person. Like, I get angry.
Oh, I'll tell you a story once we're done streaming.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them.
Same here. So, all things considered, you have to consider that life will always throw something at you.
Mm-hmm.
Life isn't here to be nice to you. It's here to be lived.
Life is to weed out.
No, life is here to be lived, and it's here to be lived, but it doesn't have to be nice. Like it doesn't like life never said, "Hey, I'm going to be nice to you because you seem like a good person." Life is literally sitting there going, "Well, I'm going to throw this at you, see how you handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw this at you, see how you handle it." And that's where that's where you learn those things, where you lean on a friend or you lean on family. And as a race, as a culture and a race, like as a human race, we should be trying to lift each other up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen that way. You always got some old crotchety guy going, "Well, why don't you just suck it up?" And I'm like, dude, how much sucking up do you think is going to work here?
Yeah. Or, well, that's the way we've always done it, so that's the way you're going to do it. And I'm like, but that's dumb.
Yeah.
You're wasting so much time and energy and money doing it that way.
Oh, I find it funny. Like, after COVID, people didn't want to go back to work because they realized that not only is their job not paying them what they're worth, but the sheer crap conditions that they have to work in, man. And it's like workers are rising up. Like, yeah, there's people who will go out and work regardless of the crap, but holy hell, man. Like, I've met a lot of people. It's like, I'm taking this opportunity. Like, they literally took the COVID stuff to find jobs where they could work from home.
Yeah.
Like, I could sit there on my phone all day and make money. Guess what I'm gonna do? And they will literally sit there on their phone and make money all day.
Yep.
Like, one of my friends, she got a job literally working as kind of like a insurance agent. Took her test, everything. And she's an insurance adjuster.
Nice.
And she literally works from home. Like, she works a set hours, but like when it's lunchtime, she can legit just log out for lunch, go into her own kitchen, cook her own food, and she makes a crap ton of money doing it.
And you save money doing it.
Yeah, you don't no gas for traveling to work.
Right.
Like, the only boss she has to worry about is the one checking her numbers, and as long as she's doing the right thing, her boss doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like
So if you can find a gig that you can work from home,
do it.
Unless it's like it rhymes with like Moolaroo. Lularoo or like multi-level marketing stuff.
Oh, MLMs, yeah.
Unless it has MLM at the bottom.
Yeah, it's no.
No. But like if you
there are legitimate jobs where you can they literally send you the computer. They send you all your login information. All you got to do is log in and do the job.
Yeah.
Like, you literally sit there doing the job. Like, I hate saying this because it kind of there's a couple people I know that do this, and I think it's hilarious. Like, they'll sit there doing their job, and on days where they have lulls, where they have like 0 calls or they get maybe 1 call, they'll literally sit there on their other computer and play video games.
I mean, if you have that opportunity,
like,
if I could do that,
I would. I would in a minute. I would in a minute. But I work with my hands, so I actually have to go out and
I have
do
a
stuff.
passion career, so like, you can't really zookeeper from home.
No. So
anyway,
as you can
painting.
see, like, we're literally sitting here talking about how you actually have to pick up your brushes and your paints and whatever you plan on painting to paint. We literally sat here and talked for what? Where's my number thingy? I had a number thingy. I just don't remember where it is.
What's this start recording button?
Well, I don't know. I think we've been. Oh, here we go.
Start at what, 1?
24 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
We've been recording for 24 minutes, and if you look, we got exactly nothing done.
We have not even touched a brush the entire time.
All the brushes are right there.
Yep. I moved a hobby knife away from our administrative assistant.
So we've effectively done nothing. We've effectively done nothing. Nothing got done. It's just proof that we can sit and talk all day, or you can just pick up your brushes and find your passion.
Yep.
So, season 2 of the Paint Nerds is coming back. We're
This
gonna
is session
make
0
this
of
happen.
season 2.
Yeah. And hopefully, now that I have access to resin printers, you will see us painting newer and unique
Yes,
things.
we will.
So, take care. Have fun.
Don't forget, Chris, Jazz. Thanks to the Safe Point.
Yep.
Thanks to Troll Tooth,
Troll Tooth Productions, absolutely. Our wives.
our wives,
Yeah, our wives.
our kids.
Yeah.
Check me out at 504 Minis. Check Chaz out at
The Paint Nerds.
the Paint Nerds.
Or the videos.
Stay
'cause-
painting.
Stay painting.
Peace out.
Okay.